Hi guys, my name is Rohit and I have been working as a data scientist from last 10 years. And in last 10 years I have taken almost 100 interviews for hiring data scientists. So I definitely know how the hiring process works in data science and how you can really prepare well for the data science interview. So in this video I will share with you a roadmap for preparing for the data science interview. Let's get started. So if you start preparing for a data science interview, first thing that which all of you should do is prepare your CV first. I have seen that many people they try to take shortcut in building their CV, and CV is the main part which would help you in landing a lot of interviews. So make sure that you are preparing a CV where you are listing down all your previous work. If you are not already working as a data scientist, make sure you are listing at least 2 to 3 projects related to the domain which you are going to target. So let's say you're going to target data science job in financial domain, have at least 2 to 3 end-to-end projects built, which are added on your CV. Because if you have these things, that would help you in getting shortlisted for the data science interview. Make sure that your profile on LinkedIn, Nukril, and all other job portals like Hirist, everywhere it is completely updated. Because first thing that you have to take care of is how you can get more interview calls. Now, once that is done, let me talk to you now that how you can prepare in a nice way for your data science interview. Now, for preparing for the data science interview, let me tell you which skill sets are evaluated. So, in data science interview, you would be evaluated on Python and SQL programming. You would be evaluated on knowledge of machine learning. You would get a lot of questions on the projects which you have added on your CV. And in the last round, you would get some behavioral and HR questions as well. So, we'll go through all these 3 to 4 topics through which you can prepare for your data science interview. Okay, so now let me tell you how you can prepare well for your programming interview. So in the programming interview, interviewer would ask you to write small programs in Python and SQL during the interview. And you are not allowed to use any kind of Google or any kind of syntax checker for knowing whether you are writing the code in the right way. So for this, what you should do is you should write at least 50 programs in Python and at least 50 programs in SQL without checking any syntax. And for getting problem statements, you can refer portals like Geeks for Geeks, or there are paid portals like HackerRank, LeetCode, HackerEarth. You can use those as well. So over there, even if you are comfortable in solving simple and medium level problems, that is good enough. Unless you are going to target FAANG companies. For FAANG companies, it is important that you are able to solve even the complex problems. But apart from that, even the simple and medium problems are good enough to land a data science job. I'm telling you, in the market, people are not even able to solve simple problems. I have seen that in many interviews. So if you are able to solve comfortably simple and medium problems, you can be confident that you are ready for the programming interview. Now, the most important part, which would basically make or break your interview or which would decide the outcome of your interview, is the questions which you would get on your projects which you have added on the CV. So the data science projects which you have added on the CV, you should be very confident in explaining those projects. So prepare your pitch, guys. So every project you should be able to explain in 3 to 4 minutes, not more than that. And in that 3 to 4 minutes, basically you should be able to explain right from the business impact till which kind of data you have got, what were the features, how you have selected the features, which machine learning model you have built, and how you have deployed it. Now to prepare for this project interview, I would recommend you to create an Excel file where in the first column you write list of all the projects which you have built, and then create columns related to data sources, features, then which methodology you have used for feature selection, machine learning model, and results and deployment. So create such Excel file, and under every column for every project write down what exactly you did. So if you do that for those 3 to 4 projects which you have added on your CV, you would be very confident because the data would be in front of you. You can prepare it multiple times before appearing for any interview. If you create such Excel file for the project interview, I'm telling you, you would be very confident. This is the one place where I have seen many people get rejected, because mostly you would get the project related questions first before random machine learning questions during the data science interview. So you should be very confident in explaining your projects. People would ask you challenging questions like why you have selected this particular type of machine learning model, why not something else, then why you have used this feature in this particular way, why not in different way, then how you have optimized this model, what kind of hyperparameters you have used, would this result in overfitting, all these kind of questions you would get. So you should be able to answer all these kind of questions. So think about the life cycle of a data science project in the industry. If you are not clear about it, I have created a video for that. You can refer it. and you can get any question related to the life cycle of a data science project in industry, right from the inception phase till the model monitoring phase. For any project that you're adding on your CV, be it an open source project or actual industrial project, you should be able to answer those questions very, very confidently during your project interview round in data science. Now, once the interviewer feels that you are comfortable in answering the questions related to the project, you would definitely get random questions around machine learning models. Now, this is to check the breadth of your knowledge. That do you know different machine learning models which you haven't built maybe in your projects. So, in this, you would get questions around machine learning models like random forest, XGBoost, linear regression, neural networks, k-means clustering. These 5 to 6 models in most of the interviews, you would definitely get some questions. Word to vec models, TF-IDF models for natural language processing, feature extractions. So be prepared to answer any question related to these topics. So for example, when it comes to clustering, be prepared to answer how to select optimal number of clusters. Is the data scaling needed for k-means and agglomerative? If yes, why? If not, why not? Then in linear regression, logistic regression, you should be able to explain that how to build those models, how to evaluate that those models are performing well. So all the evaluation metrics related to regression and classification, you should be able to explain them with confidence. Then within machine learning, people would definitely ask you the overfitting scenarios. So for every model, you should know how to identify that model is getting overfitted, or in which cases the model can get overfitted. So you should be able to explain those kind of concepts as well. So prepare all these things related to these 7 to 8 important machine learning models. Again, if it is possible for you, create an Excel and write down name of the model in the first column. In the second column, you can write maybe a mathematical equation. Third column, you can write overfitting scenario. Fourth column, you can write list of hyperparameters. So this is how, if you create such Excel files, it would help you in preparing well for your machine learning interview. So this is your next step of preparation that you have to do in your preparation journey. So you started with programming preparation, then you did the preparation on the projects which you have built, then preparing for the 8 to 10 important machine learning models. That is your third step in preparation of the data science interview. Now, as a fourth step, make sure that you are prepared for the behavioral as well as the HR questions. Because again, this is somewhere people are not so comfortable. I've seen that people focus so much on technical that they completely ignore the non-technical aspect of data science interview. So over here, you would get questions around how you have handled the challenging situations in the past. So for example, questions like, give me a situation where you have handled a difficult stakeholder in the project. So you should be able to answer these kind of questions. So think about the kind of questions you would get on the behavioral round, create a list of them, and think about the scenarios, your past experiences. Because in the behavioral round, you should be able to explain your past experiences. Even if those experiences are from your college projects, that is okay. Even in the college projects, there are challenging situations, right? So you should be able to refer those situations and how you handle those challenges during behavioral round. Again, be prepared to answer the HR questions as well in terms of introducing yourself in a right way, then giving idea about your salary expectations. So make sure you are doing good industry research, because again, this is somewhere people really fumble. So if this question comes at the end of the interview, at the end of all the interview rounds, what is your salary expectation? Then it means that they have liked you. So there are so many interviews they have taken, they liked you. Now they want to go ahead with the offer, and they're asking you your salary expectation. Now to answer this question in the right way, you should have good industry knowledge. You should do good benchmarking. So here you can check the portals like Glassdoor, Indeed, and other websites where the salary information is listed to get some insights for your experience. What is the salary in that particular company? That would help you to put the right salary expectation. But as a thumb rule, you can ask anything in the range of 30 to 50% as hike in most of the data science switches. So this is what I would recommend you in terms of the preparation. If you follow this roadmap, you would be basically preparing for a data science interview the way in which interview happens. So usually it starts with programming, then the project round, then the machine learning questions, and then the behavioral and HR questions. So you can follow the same timeline in terms of your preparation. Try to get confident in every stage. Now, for those of you, if it is possible, try to go through mock interviews with the industry experts, because that would definitely help you to get even better idea. See, no one would come to you and give you like 15-20 interview calls. You might get just 5 to 6 interview calls in the market, but you should be very confident in converting at least one of them. So if it is possible for you, go through 1 or 2 mock interviews with the industry experts. There are so many portals available where you can go and block your time for the interview with the industry experts. Do that. Take some feedback. That would again help you to prepare for your interviews. Thanks for watching the video, guys. And I hope you have clarity now that what is the right way to prepare for data science interviews. So start preparing. All the best. And I hope you will land offer very soon. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.